Hey guys, my name is Braylon, aka Pisces Priestess, and I wanted to sit down with you guys today to talk about some astrological events happening. I kind of want to make it a thing. I'm going to try to sit down with you guys every new moon and every full moon, and for sure, all the eclipses as well. And that's exactly what we're talking about, guys. Tomorrow on January 31st, we have a Leo full moon. But it's also a super moon, which is it's bigger. It means that it's gonna appear bigger. They're calling it the blue moon, and it's also gonna appear a certain orangish color, and that has something to do with the moon falling behind its shadow of the eclipse. So it's gonna be a blood moon, and this is a total lunar eclipse, you guys. So I have a lot of information here that I just wanted to talk to you about, and for those of you who would like to skip forward to the tarot part, I'll have a kind of some sort of timestamp for you guys to just go ahead and reach your specific sign. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video, you guys, is just talking to you a little bit about what I feel that the lunar eclipse is about and what it can bring. And then also we're going to be asking spirit for some messages for you guys for each zodiac sign, Aries through Pisces. So to me, every eclipse, it involves the sun and the moon. And for me, that's kind of like our universe is light and dark. So I will be pulling a card from the Wisdom of the House of Night to symbolize the moon energy. And since we're going through an eclipse here with the sun, I'll be using a very light, positive deck, my Indigo Angel deck, for the sun's energy. So if you know what I mean there, we're going to have some light and dark energies. I'm going to pull 2 cards for each sign at the end of this video. But first, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this lunar eclipse, guys. I took these notes last night, so let's see here what I have. So for those of you who are interested, the lunar eclipse is taking place, well, I believe we're the East Coast, so it will be 8:27 a.m. for like New York and you know, up there in those areas on the map. I'm not good with that, but you can look that up if you want to know exactly the time. Now, for those of you who remember back in August 2017, we had a Leo solar eclipse. And these energies are kind of, I would say that they're going to be revisited. Okay, so you want to go back into August 2017, the 21st. On August 21st, we had a solar eclipse in Leo. Now, just briefly, I have this down here, but I'm being led to talk about this. The eclipses, I didn't always know this, but the moon, it has a north and a south node. And these nodes travel around our zodiac wheel every 19 months. It was just last year or so that Pisces, I'm a Pisces, and Pisces was the south node. And now the south node is Aquarius. And these nodes are always opposite of each other. So Leo and Aquarius are opposite signs. And the thing is when we enter Aquarius season, when we enter Leo season, there was an eclipse. There was an eclipse in Leo season, and there was an eclipse, now we're in Aquarius season, having this Leo full moon. And this moon, you guys, it's very, very, very important, not only because it's a lunar eclipse, excuse me, but because it's a super moon, it's a blue moon, and it's a full moon, so all these things mean different things, and I'm going to try to do my best to explain the importance, because I don't know about you, but I have definitely been feeling certain changes. I'm very empathic. So I've definitely been, you know, feeling certain energies in the universe as well. Eclipses are completely life-changing, you know, and not to mention that we have 2 full moons this month. We had a full moon last month. I mean, no, we had a full moon, it seems like last month, but it was January 1st. So we headed into this year, you know, with a full moon on the 1st. And we are having another full moon on the last day of January. So I don't know about you, but that seems a little significant to me that we would enter and end this month, January, with a full moon. And plus, it's not, you know, super normal to have 2 full moons in 1 month, okay? So I think that's very significant energy-wise. I think that's the universe's way of kind of really, really being on our side to end and complete. It's very easy to end and complete certain things when the moon is encouraging you to do so, because that's exactly what full moons and eclipses mean. They mean to end things, certain cycles coming to completions, and You know, I didn't always know this, you guys, but I've been practicing astrology for almost a year now, you know, and I've it's really opened my eyes up to a lot of the major events that happen within ourselves, our lives, and in the world as well. So we had 2 full moons, which are very significant this month in January. This is really a time, you know, this was actually a year where we could start over. You know, a lot of people say new year, new me. Well, 2018 was the year that you could say that and really be about that life, because the universe is new. We had Saturn coming to Capricorn this year, so the energies are on our side, and it's showing through this astrology. Another thing about eclipses is they're the most powerful astrological event that can be experienced. Eclipses are very, very powerful and very, very significant. So this transit is going to be all about new beginnings. As I was saying, it's going to be about endings. This is a completely new vibration, new vibrational energy from the universe. Our universe is going through its own changes as well. So I believe that this is going to be, you know, bringing light to what's beneath the surface, you know, of our subconscious thoughts and our fears. So a lot of those subconscious fears will be brought up. And it's really all about what's being hidden beneath the surface. When an eclipse happens, you know, the moon has everything to do with our deepest soul and our deepest feelings. You know, as a Pisces, I'm really interested in the moon. The moon also rules Cancer. And as I mentioned in my last video that I uploaded to Facebook, the moon, you know, scientifically it controls the ocean's tides and things like that. So the water in astrology is very symbolic for emotions. And that's why, my friends, on full moons and energies like this, we can find ourselves kind of a little antsy. For those of us who aren't aware, that's why I do these videos, to try to give you guys a heads up about, you know, the energies that you may be feeling. Because, you know, sometimes when I know that a moon is happening, I'm like, okay, let me just calm down, make sure that I'm not, that you have to be very, very in control of yourself around these times, because our world is being shaken. You know, there's a lot of vibrations. I know a lot of people, it's not just me, other people that I'm connected to, people who will be led to watch this video, are also very empathic as well. So some of us can feel the energy of the world and of the planets and of people around us. And, you know, people who aren't woke, people who don't understand these energies, they might not be in full control over the effects that they're feeling, and they may become victim to it. You know, they may fall short and pop off, snap. A lot of weird things happening when this is actually very positive when used in the correct way. But not everybody handles this amount of abrupt change so easily. So we just have to keep in mind that our whole world is changing right now. Pretty much, well, in my opinion, I believe everyone on this planet, everyone you know, they're going through some sort of shift. You'd have to be really, really powerful to resist an eclipse, especially when it's on the south, when it's on the north node of our destiny and things like that. This is very powerful. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that there's not going to be anybody left out, which is not fair. You know, I think everyone should be a part of this energy. Everybody wants, well, not everybody wants change, but everybody wants what they want. Everyone has goals and things like that. And these are what these eclipses are trying to assist us in. I believe we all came here with a certain, you know, destiny, a certain purpose, a certain just things that we want to fulfill, right? Like things that we want and long for, our deepest desires. That's everything to do. And we want to talk a little bit about Leo, because this moon is happening in Leo. Leo is the north node of destiny right now. And you know, Aquarius is the south node. So Aquarius and Leo, if you're an Aquarius or a Leo, you are directly involved in this energy. Some of you might know your moon sign or your rising sign. So, you know, we all have Leo and Aquarius energy somewhere in our birth chart. And I know many of you may not know that, but it's really, really, it's important, and it's actually beneficial to know where your energy is. You know, I have Mars in Leo, and I have my Venus in Aquarius. So that's very interesting to have those signs opposite of each other. So for me, this moon has everything to do with my heart and my actions. And, you know, Mars is the planet of war. So it's really about me, you know, applying action from the heart is what I want to say to my lifestyle. Because this is, if you're a Pisces, this is happening in your 6th house. You see, we all have the zodiac wheel over here. So for Virgo, this will be happening in their 12th house. For Gemini, this happens in their third house, okay? So yeah, I might have to do, if any of you have questions about where this is happening for you, you can, inbox me and things like that, because everyone's affected by this energy, guys. Our whole universe, our whole world and planet are being affected. So, you really want to look out for these new beginnings and endings, all of that stuff, because this is a soul vibration. This is about the evolution of the soul, because the moon is all about your soul. It's your inner, it's the most inner deep part of you, right? We all have a moon sign. Every one of us were born with the moon in a certain area. When I was born, the moon had just entered Taurus. So that is, I can go off of Taurus energy to kind of understand my soul at a deeper level. So these are things, guys, and I love astrology. So if you need help and if you don't know how to find your moon sign, I'm definitely down. That's all I do all day is I talk to people from all around the world about, certain people are led to me. So don't hesitate to ask if you want help finding your moon sign or anything like that. I'd be more than willing, because I think this is important for us all to know. Some of you may have a Leo moon and you don't even know that why your life is changing so much around this time is because you have a Leo moon or maybe a Leo rising. And if you're a Leo, I'm sure that you know that. But like I said, we're all being affected by this because this is a new chapter of life. We're definitely ending, especially because this cycle started in August 2017. So if some of you can remember, that day was pretty significant for me. Remember that day everybody was like, oh, the solar eclipse. Some of you may have even seen the solar eclipse. Some of you may have. So that was significant. Okay, and we want to revisit that time because there were certain things starting in your life. We didn't know it fully. We might not have been fully conscious of it, but that was the beginning of a cycle. It was the beginning of a certain shakeup in our life, in a positive way. So the energies of August 21st, 2017, that can be a sort of a deeper insight, if you can revisit that day. The energies you felt that day, anything new that you learned, anything new that happened in your life, it's going to be brought back up, and you're going to probably figure out more about it, is what I'm trying to say, tomorrow on the 31st. So yeah, guys, for this to be the second full moon of the month, not only full moon, but super moon, blood moon, blue moon, total lunar eclipse. Astrologers everywhere are definitely talking about this because we just know that this is pretty life-changing here. So yeah, we talked about sudden changes, and this is sudden changes in the universe. So it's definitely going to be sudden changes in our personal lives as well. And let's talk a little bit about the sign that this moon is actually happening in, because every full moon, next month we're going to have next month will be Pisces season, so we would have a Virgo full moon. So what I'm saying is the full moons take each energy. If we have a Pisces full moon or a Virgo full moon or an Aquarius full moon, it's going to take the energies of those zodiac signs and kind of use that as the style of energy that it's bringing. So this Leo energy, Leo is a fire sign. Leo is a fixed fire sign, and that means that they're pretty stable, right? We have Sagittarius, which is a mutable fire sign, more adaptable to change. All fire signs are really passionate, and they're all about expression, but we have cardinal, fixed, and mutable. So Aries is the cardinal fire sign, and they're more about expressing their actions. They're more so head first about it. Whereas Leo, they're a little bit more stable and fixed. They're all about stability, and every element has a fixed sign. And then, as I said, Sagittarius is the mutable. They have the least amount of fire to deal with, so they're more adaptable to change, and they're more, they can kind of mutate into anything. So with this being a fixed fire sign, this is all about that stable passion. It's all about stabilizing the desire. And another thing about Leo, every time I think of Leo, I instantly think of not only the lion, right? They're the lion in the zodiac, the king of the jungle, the kings and the queens, right? So this is kind of, in a way, awakening the king and the queen inside of each and every one of us, right? But the one thing about Leo that I think of is the inner child. Leo is symbolic for children on the zodiac wheel, which is an innocence, right? Leos are very fun. They're the fifth house of pleasure and passion, desire, in the fifth house of children. So this is why Leo is signified by the inner child. If you know any Leos, most of them, we all have a birth chart, so some of them may have a very serious, Capricorn rising or something like that grounds the energy, but for the most part, Leos are aware of the child in everyone. They're aware of their hearts. they're ruled by the heart is the next thing I was going to say. So the heart chakra is something we should all be kind of open to right now, because our heart is also our soul. You know, that's something I was thinking of yesterday. Is like, wow, what if our heart is our soul, you know, because there is at the center of us, you know. So this is all about awakening the heart, what your heart truly wants, your true heart's desire. You know, this is everything that Leo symbolizes. And also this is the North Node, you guys. So every one of us are kind of being encouraged by the universe to live this kind of more Leo-ish. I'm not saying we need to turn into Leos or anything like that, because another thing about Leo is they're all about being authentic. So this is meaning being an original copy, being who you really are, and you can find that in your own heart. But, you know, the universe has the North and the South node, so that these energies, you know, just last year it was Virgo. So, you know, last year we could have been very focused on our lifestyles and on our work and service that we offer the world. I know I was. And, you know, we go through this subconsciously. Even if you're not aware of this, the North and South node, you know, your spirit and soul is. So your spirit and soul are aware that the North Node is currently in Leo. The South Node is in Aquarius. So we're learning from the communities that we're a part of, and we're learning from the groups of friends and our wishes and our dreams and the faith that we keep in certain situations, and we're aiming towards our true authentic selves. This has been what we've been aiming towards since November of 2017, when these nodes shifted from Virgo Pisces to Aquarius Leo. I know that's like a lot of information, but I think it'll make sense to those of you who are open to this kind of thing, and those of you who want to know more. I'm definitely open to talking about that. But it's just significant, guys, that this is all happening on the North Node. So this has everything to do with our destiny, right? I mean, the sun is in the South Node. So these nodes are being activated, and if some of you are really changing direction in life, you know, then I would say it has a lot to do with these eclipses and these full moons and this energy happening around these nodes, because they're very important. Everybody has a North and South node. Some of you may have a Leo North node, and then you're very affected by this too. So you want to make sure you're going through all of these changes authentically. You know, for those of you, and I didn't really want to talk too much about this, but because I know you guys will have your own path, but if you're resisting change, anything like that, it's going to be hard for those of you who really don't want to let go of certain things, relationships, jobs, situations, people, places, and things. You know, you can pretty much let go and attach to anything. So, you know, if the universe wants your best interest at heart, right? It wants you to live your best life. It wants you to be your best self. So sometimes we have these kind of tower moments where the universe steps in and just abruptly changes our environment, because what's going on might not be healthy. It might not be beneficial to our soul, right? And the universe doesn't like that. So, you know, I always say that if you have the ability to change something, we all know deep down if there's something that we need to change. If there's behaviors or toxic people in our life, toxic situations or jobs, you know, we all have a subconscious, and in our subconscious we think about these things a lot. You know, oh, I just really don't like this job, and we have to pay attention to our own energy. When you get around a certain person, or when you get around a certain situation, your body will show you. It'll respond if it's a good or a bad situation. You know, just pay attention to how you feel before you get around a certain person, place, or thing. If you feel better afterwards, it was probably a good match for you. It was a good experience. It was a good situation. But if you have if you're drained, and if you get sick afterwards, or if you're tired and feel negative, you know, these are things that we naturally understand as humans, but we kind of shut that part out of us as we grow up. But we have this, you guys. We all are empaths to a certain degree. It helps if you're open to these kind of things, but you know, you just want to pay attention to your heart and what your heart and soul are telling you and guiding you. Our hearts are connected to the universe. Our hearts are connected to divine energy. So you want to pay attention to what your authentic self is trying to show you and what it's guiding you towards. Because deep down, I feel that if we just self-reflected a little bit more, if we just spend a little bit more time in solitude, then we would know what is best for us, you know. But I know distractions and things like that can get in the way. We can, you know, turn our attention to other things around us when really we're supposed to maintain focus on the goal, you know, on our life's path. So I think this is all about, you know, releasing a lot of those distractions, releasing those toxic influences that we all have in our life to some degree, and moving on towards our goal, our destiny, towards our ambitions in life, towards what we really desire, what makes us passionate. You know, there's no, it's kind of ironic that work and play are next to each other on the zodiac wheel. I was thinking about this last night. Virgo and Leo, you know, Virgo is the sixth house of lifestyle, which is a pretty serious earth energy, you know. It's about what can I do for myself and others? What can I do to make my life more efficient, more grounded, more stable? And then right before Virgo, the 12th house of Virgo is the child. It's the fun, like, so work and play are right next to each other, the fifth house and the sixth house. And, you know, that's the universe's way of saying that we need to have a balance. I think that's what this moon is going to teach, especially, you know, those of you who work a lot. It's all about balancing, you know, that time for yourself, doing things for your own heart's good, you know, not working your whole life away, things like that. It's very important that we're taking the time out to do the things that make us happy, you know. It's as simple as that. So I think that has a lot to do with this moon as well, other than straight up just so many new beginnings. I mean, I think some of us are going to have a sudden change of heart. I mean, this is literally a new vibration, and I've already experienced this in my own life, you know, just kind of like almost a purging of darkness. You know, you just wake up, and I mean, this moon, the moon is in Leo as we speak right now. So, you know, this energy is not quite full yet in Leo, but it is in Leo. It's been in Cancer for the last couple of days, and that, whew, a whole different story. That was everything to do with our emotions. That had everything to do with our, because the moon is ruled by Cancer. So the moon was in at home, making this moon even more significant to our lives, because when the moon is in the sign before, when it's full, there's a lot of work being done. So the moon was just chilling in Cancer, and there was magic happening whether we were aware of it or not. And then it slipped into Leo at some point during the night or early in the morning, I'm not sure. So now it's in Leo, guys, and it will be full tomorrow. So early in the morning we can see this lunar eclipse, and unlike the solar eclipse, like, I didn't know that we couldn't look at solar eclipses, you know, with the glasses and everything we had to have. Interesting there. So with lunar eclipses, you don't need glasses to see it, I don't believe. So I'm pretty sure that those of you who want to see that, you can wake up around 8:30, see that total lunar eclipse. I know we'll feel the energy of it. We will definitely feel these energies. This is the moon and the sun kind of doing their thing. Eclipses, they eclipse out energy. It literally, like, so when the moon, I know we see some, like, the moon shift in front of the sun almost, or vice versa. Well, when that passes, we don't realize it, but the energy isn't the same, if you know what I mean. I felt that during the solar eclipse, like when the sun was blacked out for that moment, it felt very, very interesting. And then when the sun returned, when that darkness or whatever removed itself, I felt different. So there are certain energies that dwell within us. They lay dormant. And the energies, they kind of wait for these universal shifts to happen so that we can shift as well. So this is very, very important, you guys. And I hope this is making sense to those of you. And those, if you're confused, just know that this is a time for change. If that's all you take from this video, then that's really all you need to know, is that it's time to embrace change, be your authentic self. You know, and another thing about that, guys, I'm seeing here is that this Leo energy is going to reveal the true nature of yourself and others. So you might see someone in a light, and this could be positive or negative. The thing is you're going to see people for who they truly are. And you know how that is. Sometimes it takes really negative circumstances for you to see, wow, I did not see you. I didn't know that was who you were. Okay, we're almost not going to be able to, you know, we all have this moon sign that we try to hide, right? I hide behind this kind of Taurus stable energy, right? But there's a whole different side of me. And I always try to be my authentic self, you know. I just don't really feel comfortable being anything but me, but we all deal with certain things and we get suppressed, people around us, things like that. Some of you may be in situations where you're a bit afraid to be who you are, or you're afraid to really grasp these passions, but it's time, guys. It's gonna be such an ache in our deepest soul. We're not gonna have any choice but to be exactly who we were meant to be. And I think that's a very great thing. I think even if you're meant to be a dick, even if you're meant to be someone who's so dark, and you know, I think everyone has a purpose. And I think as long as you're living your true purpose. That's what you're here for. And it's not my job to judge other people. Only you know if you're walking in your true light and if you're walking in your true soul's path, because it feels good. It feels like, you ever feel that way? Like, wow, I'm doing exactly, I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm doing exactly what I'm meant to do. That's a feeling that all of us have, and it's different. You'll find people who have similarities of you, but then we're all different as well. Like, some people are really meant to do certain things that they desire, like if it's a sport or therapy or to be a doctor or a tarot reader. It really depends on your soul vibration, and it is our jobs as personal individuals to figure out what our heart is trying to tell us. Since we were born, we've had this deep desire, and as children we were so more accepting of it. If we wanted to just go play outside with a worm, we just did it. We asked our mom or our dad if it was okay. Some of us didn't. Some of us just did it. But if we wanted to climb that tree or if we wanted to dig in that dirt, we just did it. We didn't really, ask if it was okay, or we just did it because we got an idea in our head. We just picked out a piece of paper and started drawing a sun with a smiley face or red flowers or whatever. There are no rules, when you're a child. And as a child, I remember just reacting differently to rules. I didn't understand. We have to learn this world, and that's kind of interesting thing that happens, because this world is it's ever changing, and I don't agree with everything in this world. But I think the key here is to just embrace that inner child and remember some of the passions you had, because the passions you had as a child were the passions you were born with. It was when you were really connected to your heart. So, as I was saying, part of that connection to the heart and connection to the soul, when you really connect with your soul and when you connect with your heart, the true nature of yourself, it shines out. Leo is ruled by the sun. So I believe, and it's very interesting, I should say here, that Leo is ruled by the sun, but this is a full moon in Leo. So the moon is in an area that it's a kind of an opposite. Leo's ruled by the sun, but this is a full moon in Leo. So the moon is, I think the moon and the sun love each other. And that the moon will enjoy being in Leo because it's literally an eclipse. Leo's ruled by the sun, but this is the moon. So we're dealing here with polarities, with opposite energies, and eclipses involve that too. That's why I'm going to pull, a card for the light and a card for the dark, because I think both aspects are really important. Masculine and feminine, we all have these energies about us. And that also has a lot to do with our authentic self. Embracing our feminine and masculine energies, embracing our light and dark, the positive parts of ourselves, the negatives, they're equally important, guys. And, some of the last notes I have here before I get into the actual tarot part of this is self-love. Leo has everything to do with love and the heart and being a child, pleasure and fun. But I don't want to forget to really, really, speak about self-love here, because a lot of us, we think that we need a person in our life or other people, but no, it's not that way. This is about going inwards and loving yourself for who you are, not looking to a person outside of you for validation or acceptance. No, Leos, that energy, no, they are not. I don't know if some of you are Leos watching or if you know a Leo in your life, but they are who they are, and that's how it's going to be. And so we can use this energy to kind of embrace, the people that we are, embrace our own personal Leo energy. So for me, embracing my Mars, embracing the actions and the lifestyle that I want to live, and it's very unique, the lifestyle I want to live, the passion, the desire I have, very unique to my vessel. So I have to love myself enough to believe and know that I can do this, all my goals and ambitions and things I want to accomplish. You have to believe in yourself and love yourself. This is a lot to do with self-love. And I believe those of you who feel the need, that part will speak to you. You'll know if you haven't been loving yourself as much as you could. And I believe a lot of the problems that we face, a lot of our deepest issues stem from just not being loved. And it's so ironic that some of us, didn't get the love that we required as children. So it's bringing that energy up as well. Those of you who had rough childhoods, like myself included, we need to love ourselves even more so than maybe the common individual. Those of you who were blessed and had very lovely childhood, then I think that you had, you kind of had a one up because you were shown love as a child. And I don't think love needs to be taught in order to be learned, because I'm a very loving person as well. My heart's still very big, and I might not have been shown that as much as I wanted to be as a child, but I still embraced it because I was able to recognize the absence of it in my life. So it depends on your own life. But if you are someone who has been feeling, sort of depressed or lonely and wondering why you just can't find that one, well, it's because you're your own soulmate. And before you can find a soulmate, talking about all this love and everything like that, Valentine's Day is coming up. Very important that we embrace that self-love now, because it's important that we give ourselves the love that we give others, right? It's just as easy as that. And it may be easier said than done, but it's really not when you get on board with that kind of spiritual essence of things, At first, before this journey for me, it was a little strange, the whole self-love. I didn't even realize I didn't love myself until I started to, like, wow, okay, I was not being very kind to myself for X amount of years, looking for love in all the wrong places, when really it was just me who needed to wake up and love myself, and that's a part of being authentic as well. So this is about bringing back that innocence, guys, from our childhood, the fun, the passion, the desire. And first and foremost, most importantly, it is about healing our heart and letting go of the past. And that's the last little bit of notes I have there, but I think that's a very powerful note to end on. Healing our hearts. I believe pain, when we try to hide pain and things like that, it goes right to our heart, and our heart is the soul center of us. So if you have any pain in your heart and it can be pain from years ago, that's the funny thing about pain, is that it doesn't really know any time. We can be hurting over things that happened in a past life. It's very important that we use this energy tomorrow to let that eclipse out. Let it eclipse out of our life, and just let, the light shine in. There's a lot of healing energy in the universe. Leo is a very loving sign. All of our hearts can connect to this energy, okay? So make sure tomorrow, if you do anything, just set the intention. Even if you say, hello, my name is blank, and I set the intention to release any pain in my heart. That's all you have to do. That's similar to the things that I do around these times. So if that's what you want to do, or if you want to meditate, or, write a little prayer, step outside, view the eclipse, whatever. It's up to you guys. But I am going to pull the cards, and these messages, I want to set the intent that these messages are just, it has everything to do with this eclipse tomorrow, and for each sign, what it is that the sun is showing you, the light is showing you, and what it is that the moon is showing you as well. So this is what each of you, based off of your zodiac sign, can look forward to. Because like I said, this is bringing a lot of change, things like that. So these cards are just going to help you better understand. We had a card, self-worth, just popped over. So isn't that interesting? This literally has everything to do, guys, with our self-love and self-worth. That goes right hand in hand. See how she has that little heart and she's hugging it? Yes, she has her own self-worth. And it's very interesting that we have the 32 up here, because I don't know if that is interesting to any of you guys, but 3 plus 2 is 5. So this is literally the 5th house of Leo coming forward to tell everyone that self-worth is very important. And that was pretty magical there. I kind of had a feeling that a card would pop over just for all of us. So let's set the intention now to start these zodiac signs. We're going to start with Aries, because that's the first sign. I always go in order. So Aries. Let's get a light card for Aries. So we're going to get your sun and your moon for the eclipse and what you can best focus on, Aries. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to show you them both at the same time. Aries. What can Aries expect from this lunar eclipse in Leo? So we have you are understood, Aries, and success. So this is the first card that came out, and you are understood, Aries. I'm not sure if any of you feel misunderstood, or if you're feeling, I know when we feel misunderstood, we can feel alone. We can feel, feeling misunderstood is one of the worst feelings to me. And, some of you may have a deep desire now to feel understood. Well, the universe is coming forward for Aries and telling you, you are understood. I'm not sure what it is that some of you Aries watching may feel misunderstood about, but the universe wants you to know that success is here and you are understood in a successful way. So, you know, this is about being understood for the success that you've accomplished this far, Aries. Aries are very strong, accomplishing people. This is also a congratulations. So some of you may be receiving some sort of successful congratulations around this eclipse. Let's see here. In this, 9 plus 3 is 12. So this might be a because 12 has everything to do with the Pisces house. So Pisces is spiritual. It has everything to do with your dreams and fantasy. So you could be, this could be a subconscious success that you're making. You know, it might be just success within your own subconscious, but you're being congratulated by spirit. And this is the moon. So I don't know. I think this eclipse could bring a lot of success for you. And the important thing is that you just move forward knowing that you're understood, Aries. So there's success and you are understood. So anything that you are successful for, just know that you're understood for it. I think that's a pretty powerful message for Aries moving forward, since you guys are very powerful emperors. You know, you're all about action and passion. So you're understood, Aries, and you're also successful. So let's go Taurus. Taurus, and that is for your moon and your sun and your rising, guys. So if you have an Aries rising, okay, well, we have Explore coming out for Taurus. So this eclipse is all about exploring for you, Taurus. Let's see if there's any other energies here that Taurus can explore. And that's the whole thing about the new beginnings. Oh, all right. So explore your self-worth, Taurus. That's a very interesting message. Your cards kind of decided to pop out. So that self-worth card that came up there is coming back up for you, Taurus. So you want to explore that. And I don't think this is only about exploring your self-worth. This is also about exploring, you know, Taurus, you're an earth sign. Explore the world around you. Explore your desire. Explore your heart. Everything that I mentioned in the first like 30 minutes of this video, that's what this eclipse is bringing you. Certain completions and new beginnings with exploration. So, you know, Taurus, you guys are pretty adventurous. This might be a new adventure for you. We see this guy on a bridge here kind of walking over water. So you could be getting over certain emotional periods of your life, and really you're just ready to, you know, it's all water under the bridge now. You're really ready to spread your wings and look at new horizons, explore your life, explore your world. And in order to do that, you have to embrace your self-worth. You know, this is everything to do with this moon. Explore your pleasure, explore your fun, explore in a new way, especially you Tauruses that, you know, if this is speaking to you in a way that you haven't really been, you know, exploring much, or if you haven't really been honoring your self-worth, then, you know, you really want to explore that around this moon. This is the energy coming out for you, Taurus. Explore your self-worth. And I feel that that'll mean different things for all of you. So there you go, Taurus. That's what you can look forward to with this Leo moon. Gemini, the twins. Oh, we had a card come out for you, Gemini, as well. We had Manifest. So wow, this eclipse, this full moon energy has everything to do with manifestation for you, Gemini. So let's see a card for Gemini here. What is it that Gemini is manifesting? Fulfillment. How sweet, Gemini. We have manifest fulfillment. So, okay. And we have the 20 up there. So, you know, this could be the Two of Cups for some of you. I know some Geminis won't want to hear a love message here, but come on, guys. This is a full moon in Leo. So some of you are going to manifest love fulfillment. Some of you are going to like, this is manifesting anything, you guys. Look at this magic coming from this guy's hand, right? You got to tap into that magic. This Leo eclipse, this Leo full moon has everything to do with you just manifesting something out of nothing. Whatever you want, whatever you desire, whatever is pleasurable for you, your deepest soul's desires can be straight up manifested from you. You don't have to wait on your boss or on money. You can just manifest it, right, Gemini? And what you're manifesting is a full cup for yourself, right? You see this cup here with all this abundance? And you could be sharing this with another person, because I do see the 20 up there. But you guys are the twins, so it's always interesting with Gemini. This could be you and your dark and light side. This is the dark and the light here. So you could manifest a balance between the two aspects of yourself. But I think this is pretty straightforward to the point. You know, it's up to you what you're manifesting and what makes you fulfilled. This could be different for all of you, but here's your message. This Leo eclipse and full moon is all about manifesting your own fulfillment and doing it yourself, Gemini. You can do it. Manifest fulfillment in your life. Very powerful message there. I think that's just beautiful. Cancer. Sun, moon, rising. Okay, so we had a card come out for you, Cancer. Let's see. Sometimes they'll flip over, sometimes I'll just like use my intuition for them. Cancer, look through the situation, Spirit is saying. This is what the card was for you. Look through the situation. So I feel when I see this card, this is about, you know, remember how I was saying that a lot of things, you're going to see people for their true light. You're going to be seeing situations for their trueness. Well, Cancer, you know, to me, this card is a slow down card a bit. You guys are very psychic. You guys are very, you know, powerful water signs. Sometimes as a water sign, even me, I can think that I know, you know, I'm very empathic. So sometimes I trust my intuition. I'm used to following my emotions in a situation. Cancer, you're not necessarily like that because you're the cardinal sign, so you're all about action. But the universe is telling you that the action you should take now is to look through a situation. So for some of you, this could be a relationship or a job situation, many different situations that you could be looking through right now. But you should take the time to make sure you're thoroughly looking through it before before you make any decisions. The eclipse brings a lot of changes. So make sure, this is a lot of energy to look through, but Cancer, if anybody can do that, you can do it. You might even be looking through your own emotions because we have the moon coming out, and this is the 5 card as well because we have the 50 up there. So 5 plus 0 is 5. So this is literally the eclipse, the moon. You are ruled by the moon. So this card came out for you. This is very spiritual, very psychic and third eye-ish. So make sure you're intuitively looking through situations now because this moon, this eclipse, you know, like I said, the moon was in Cancer the last couple of days. So you guys are very much affected by this, and you're being asked to psychically and emotionally look through a situation because something could be hidden. The moon, I hate seeing the moon like that, but the moon can symbolize certain things that are hidden beneath the surface in us, in other people, in people, situations, whatever. Look through it, Cancer. Make sure you take the time to look through it. And if you follow your intuition, you will know if you're, you know, if you found everything that you need to find in this situation. But you may just find something that was hidden from you, you know, and not in a bad way, but I think you'll know, Cancer. And this could happen over the course of months, but I believe that some of you are going to find interesting surprises in your life. So look through the situation, Cancer, and look through it like the moon that you are, like the psychic black cat that you guys are. All right, Leo. Oh God, you guys are the North Node. This is your full moon. Gosh darn, are you guys okay? This is a full moon in your guys' sign. I know you guys are probably feeling this energy. So let's get a card for Leo. Ooh. Okay, Leo. We had 2 cards come out for you, and that's okay because you're going through it, aren't you? So let's get a card from the Knights for Leo energy as well. Leo. Okay, so Leo, we had love yourself. Hello, what did I talk to you all about? Love yourself, guys. So Leo is going through this, everyone watching, and Leo is a symbol for all our energies right now. If Leo needs to love themselves, then the reason why they're being led to do that is because they're a symbol and they're a representation of the whole universe. Love yourself, Leo. Hug yourself, especially if you're single, if you're not getting the love that you deserve on the outside. Make sure you're getting it from the inside. This eclipse is all about loving yourself. You know, I think many of you are actually gonna you're gonna wake up and be like, you know, some of you are gonna leave toxic relationships. Some of you are gonna leave toxic situations alone for good in order to love yourself. So this is a very, very beautiful card to come up for Leo, and we have it with divine timing. So there may be something that you're waiting for. It may be in your divine timing to love yourself now. We have this lady here looking down. She's an angel looking at this hourglass. So you could have been waiting, Leo. Some of you could be waiting for something for a very long time, you know, and it has something to do with love or loving yourself. But everything happens in divine timing, Leo. If you are waiting for something patiently, if you're waiting for a certain change or shift in your life, this could be it with you. This could be very the divine timing. Maybe actually it might be time. There's a certain timing in the universe, Leo, for things to happen and for things to not happen. They don't happen too soon. They don't happen too late. The universe has perfect divine timing. So you have to trust in divine timing now, Leo, and you have to do that by loving yourself, especially with these eclipse energies. You guys are very, very important right now. And we have the dark showing you movement. So it's time to move, right? And we have this with the 11. 11 is your opposite sign. 11 is the house of Aquarius. So this could have something to do with moving, literally moving houses, moving situations, moving relationships, but this is movement nonetheless. This eclipse is really going to move you guys to the right direction. This horse is ready to go. This is the spirit, this is universe telling you that it's time to move. It's in your divine timing now. This eclipse is literally going to compel you guys to the movement that you've been waiting for. You may have been waiting to move. Some of you have been waiting for certain love or waiting something, and it's all in your best interest. So I very much feel that the universe is on your side, Leo. This eclipse, I cannot stress. You want to focus, right? Focus on anything that your intimacy, you know, anything inside you that you deeply feel for yourself, and get it. You want to focus. That card came out for you as well. A very fiery energy. So focus on yourself. Focus on the movement you would like to create in your life right now. And focus on divine timing. Leo. Best wishes to all you guys. Woo. I remember when the eclipses were in Pisces and Virgo. Woo. You know, there's no way out of this for you guys. And that's actually a good thing. So embrace the change because it's coming. It's here. Okay, Virgo. Let's see what Virgo can look forward to with this lunar eclipse in their 12th house. Woo! It's pretty intense as well, too. Do we have a card flip over? Yes, we did. Of course, Virgo. We would have nature come out for you. Here's a look at that card, and we have to get a card from the night for you. But nature, this is such a Virgo card. Look at that angel. So there's certain power just coming down for Virgo. Let's see here. What can we match with that? What do we have for Virgo? Virgo. So it's in your nature right now, Virgo, to change. And there's certain things ending here. You know that fragmented feeling that you've been feeling, Virgo? And this is, you see that number 15 up there? The 5 plus 1 is 6. You're the 6th house. Has everything to do with service to others. It has everything to do with your lifestyle. So your lifestyle, you know, secretly has been in a lot of fragments, right? Well, that's all ending with this eclipse here I'm seeing. We see this kind of ghostly figure. Fragments, this comes up a lot for Virgo. It comes up a lot when I do readings with these cards. And it talks about not being in pieces, you know. You may feel that a little of you is here and a little bit of you is there, and, you know, but Spirit says that you're always whole, Virgo. And you guys are the angels. So we literally have these angels here telling you that it's in your nature, you know, to kind of be a little bit of everything because you're a mutable sign, right? It's in your lifestyle may be a little bit all over the place right now. Some of you could be finally in situations where your lifestyle is grounded, right? Coming out of the sky, kind of like this lightning bolt. But the thing is, Virgo, is that not only your physical environment matters. Some of you could have the physical environment down, but the mental, which you guys are very mental people. So your mental could be all over the place. I'm feeling with Virgo that your mental has just been really, really fragmented. You know, it's kind of like this kind of ghostly figure here, but she's surrounded by earth, you guys. So you might want to just, I know it's kind of cold here in Michigan, but it's very important for Virgo to embrace nature around them, right? You see this guy here, you know, the nature card is interesting. It does talk about connecting with earth, and Earth is in a very, very positive aspect. So all the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, you guys are very much involved with this eclipse as well because it's in positive, harmonious energy with planet Gaia, right? Gaia is Mother Earth. So this is real. Both of these cards are talking about just getting back to your grounded selves, you know, like you guys could have been feeling a lot of emotion or feeling, you know, just not quite Virgo. So I feel that the Virgo in you is going to return, you know, and it's because part of you is ascending. You see this lady, she's just kind of disappearing, and that's how I always see this card. So certain aspects of your lifestyle, certain aspects of you are going to powerfully, it's like she's going up and this guy is bolting down. So I do feel that there are certain angels on Virgo's side really, really casting down that electricity. You know, Aquarius season has everything to do with electricity, Uranus. So this is like a bolt from heaven, just, you know, really awakening Virgos right now, and it's going to ascend. This person, this figure here is ascending into the sky, and she's doing it, or he or she is doing it with Earth. So I hope you guys understand that message there, that this nature and this fragmented nature of yours, it's about to end. This eclipse is all about letting the parts of you that no longer serve you float away and literally die like a spirit. And don't worry, Virgo, because whatever floats away, Spirit is going to send down, it gives me chills right now talking about that. It's going to send this electricity down. So there you go. Those images there for you, Virgo. Very powerful. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything else with a 12th house eclipse. So your subconscious, that could all be happening on a subconscious level. And Virgo, I know you're very secretive, so a lot of people might not know that you're feeling kind of fragmented, but Spirit knows, and the angels are sending down this electricity, this bolt of electricity for you. Okay, so Libra, archangels, balance scale. What do we have for Libra? Okay. Interesting that I said archangel, because we had Archangel Michael. Very, very, very interesting there. Archangel Michael. Okay, this is an archangel I call on a lot, Libra. I'm not sure if all of you, you know, believe in angels. You guys are archangels, though, and this is literally like one of your brothers here for you. See that sword of fire? So, Libra, okay, in your guys' card, you guys have a sword. You guys are the sword cards. You guys are an air sign. And all air signs are symbolized by swords, and this sword is now lit on fire. So not only are you going to be cutting certain things, people, places, and things out of your life with this eclipse and full moon, but you're going to be doing it passionately with the fire of this Leo moon. So, and other than that, Archangel Michael is literally a vibration in the universe, one of the most powerful archangels that you can call on to help you. And I do that. When I feel scared or when I feel unsure, I literally call on the Archangel Michael vibration. And he's here to assist you with anything that you need, Libra. And we have this with look through the situation. So it's interesting that we had this come out with the Cancer card. Cancer got the look through the situation. So you might need Archangel Michael's assistance to look through a certain situation right now, Libra. Let's get the dark for you. And we had a card fall out. Okay. We had it with Summon. Okay, so this card talks about, it's almost like the manifestation card for Gemini. This talks about summoning. You see how this lady has her own magic? She's literally summoning something. So you guys literally, Libra might be on one, literally summoning the Archangel Michael. You see that there? And since this is the 13 up here, 13 is a very, very magical number as well. But it's the number 4 because 1 plus 3 is 4. So some of you might be summoning a certain grounding for yourself. Number 4 has everything to do with your foundation. So some of you might be summoning a more comfortable foundation for yourself with the help of this archangel guidance. But you want to look through the situation just like I told Cancer, okay? Because there might be certain aspects you might need to ask for help. You know, but there's something here, Libra, that you need to look through. You might want to look through your own self since you guys are archangels, but nonetheless, you have this ability to summon. So this eclipse is all about summoning. And it's interesting that we have the High Priestess of Water under here with the number 4. So this is a lot about your emotion again, Libra. Just like for the Capricorn new moon, you're going to be taking some of those underlying emotions that you feel, looking through them, right? Looking through them in a very powerful way. Cutting certain people, places, and things out that no longer serve you, and summoning what you need in life now to move forward with your own path and your own heart, right? Your own heart's desire. So you want to make sure you're embracing that, Libra, because this full moon is really it's gonna change. A lot of us should be looking through situations right now because it's not the same as it was. The lives we're living are not the same as it was a year ago, 2 months ago, a week ago. We're not going to be living the same kind of lives, you know, because certain things are going to be awakened in us. So make sure you're looking through the situation, Libra, and balancing things out like you do. Balance out your emotion, balance out, you know, your stability and your own foundation. And also, I do feel that this Archangel Michael here is here to assist you to cut anything out of your life and to also summon anything new. So I see that this eclipse for Libra is pretty powerful, especially for that Archangel Michael to be coming out. So I'm telling you guys, you can literally call on him anytime you need. It might be a good time to call on him with this eclipse tomorrow. Scorpio. Let's see what we have for Scorpio. What could Scorpio look forward with this moon in Leo? Wow, okay, Scorpio. We have manifest for you as well. So some of you might be paired with Gemini. If not, your energy is. Scorpio and Gemini energy are kind of similar right now in the universe, I'm seeing. Or at least this eclipse is kind of similarly affecting you guys. And interesting, we have a message coming out. So there's a certain manifestation of a message happening with you, Scorpio. So that's very interesting there. Let's see, 5. And this is the number 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. So the number 9 in the universe has everything to do with Sagittarius energy. So this is like a philosophical message. It has everything to do with higher learning. So you might receive a message, Scorpio, inspired by this eclipse that is really going to expand your knowledge towards something that you didn't know. And if not, then you're being encouraged to manifest this, just like Gemini, but it's coming out with message. So, you know, this has everything to do with communication, Scorpio. You know, you guys do have Saturn in your 3rd house. So communication and messages are very, very karmic for you guys right now. So if you've been thinking about reaching out to a certain person, and I don't really see that so much as that, but for some of you, I do feel that there are certain communication that are just going to rapidly take place with this eclipse, because it's going to eclipse out certain negative and dark, light and dark energy. But I see this bird here, and it's interesting that you guys are the phoenix. You guys are the Scorpio, but you're also the phoenix. And I don't know if you can see that, but that bird is just flying down. And you know, back in the day, birds would carry messages for people. So this message may come out of nowhere. And I don't know what it's a magical one, Scorpio. And it seems as if it's something that you either manifested a while ago or you're manifesting. So that's another thing for Gemini, that some of the things that you've already manifested may come to fruition with this eclipse. I see a lot of magic going on here with Scorpio. The magic that you created with your hands is going to be delivered to you. You know, you might have asked the universe for a certain thing. So for example, some of you may have really manifested a better paying job for yourself, and then boom, all of a sudden you get this message at some point after the eclipse about this new job offer, and you're like, holy crap, like I literally manifested that. So you're gonna have these aha moments. These messages they're not just a hey, what's up? You know, these are very powerful messages that are life-changing. So I think for Scorpio, this eclipse is really going to bring a certain manifested message right from the universe. This bird is symbolic for the universe. And as I said, it has everything to do, it's going to expand your knowledge. It's going to expand your whole entire world, Scorpio. So we have look forward to that, okay? I'm really seeing that you have a message coming in from the universe. This could be a message from the divine. This could be a message from a person, place, or thing. But there's certain information coming in for you, Scorpio, and it's enlightening. I see a lot of light here. So a manifested message for Scorpio. Could be a message you're giving, could be a message you're getting. But I definitely see a lot of changes flying in for you, Scorpio. Some sort of message. It seems like a message from the universe. And I think only you might want to keep it a secret, Scorpio, because it could be pretty significant for you. So look out for that for this eclipse. This eclipse is going to, you know, really change some things up for you in the form of communication and in the form of manifestation. You might want to manifest a certain message to come for. So if you want to get a message from God or the universe, then you want to manifest that relationship needed. All right, Sagittarius, you're a fire sign too, so this eclipse is affecting you. So let's see what we have here for Sagittarius. Let's see what we have here first. Sagittarius, let's see here what we have for Sagittarius. Oh, we had a card fly out. All right, Sagittarius. So we had allow love, and we had that come out with choices, okay? So first of all, Sagittarius, you have to allow love in your life. I know, guys, you had Saturn in your sign for so long, and let's face it, when Saturn's in your sign, he ain't got time for love or anything, but look at this person just holding this heart. So this eclipse has everything to do with your heart. Remember I was talking in the beginning of the video about that? So you want to allow love in Sagittarius. You guys deserve love after such a hard time with Saturn, and you know, your birthdays were a couple months ago, things like that. Well, just allow love. You have to open up your heart. And for you, I think it's very important that you are releasing certain pain in your heart. Because I'm hearing that some of you really do have heavy hearts, you know. And this person in this card, it looks as if she's offering her heart in almost a shy way, like, all right, well, it isn't much, but here's my heart. No, Sagittarius, your heart is the best thing that you could possibly receive or give someone. So, you know, you have to see value in your own heart and allow love in. And I'm seeing that some of you have a choice to make about that. You know, this could have certain things to do with relationships or light and dark, because we have the light and dark directly showing up for you. And just like Scorpio, we have this bird here flying over this kind of eclipsed looking moon. So this moon for you, Sagittarius, is really going to eclipse the light and dark. And since you guys are so badass, and since you're so like expansive, ruled by Jupiter, you're going to directly have some choices to make. You're going to maybe feel a little bit like between a rock and a hard place, like who do I allow my love for, this person or that person? And they're very polar opposites, you know, these choices you have to make, symbolized here by the black wing and the white ring. So some of you have a direction to fly in. Are you going to fly in the direction of, you know, more so mysteriousness and in hidden aspects? Are you going to stay in the dark, or are you going to allow yourself to take flight? And that bird is flying towards the light. So I think some of you are going to make the choice to really fly towards your own inner light. And I think that along that course, you're just going to allow love, you know, and vice versa too. You may allow love, that you might make the choice to allow love into your life. And, you know, that could really open up some new possibilities. But I'm very drawn here to the white wing on this guy. His face is even looked towards the white one. It's like leaving the darkness behind. Okay, you guys could have been in a very dark position for a very long time with Saturn and with all this energy, right? Jupiter being in your 12th house of Scorpio, you know, but I see that Sag is really ready to turn their head to a more lighter perspective, right? But it's okay, because you're still, you know, I know Sagittarius, you guys, most of you understand the light and dark, but it's okay to lean more toward, like, you guys are very light signs. You are a fire sign. So, you know, I think this also speaks to spreading your wings. We have two wings here, right? This bird, and letting your heart's wings spread as well. The light and the dark in your heart, you know, what I mean by that is like the dark feelings you have, the light feelings, the positive, the negative, the masculine, the feminine. It's okay to embrace both, but you want to love both sides of you, Sagittarius. Love what you've overcame. Love the darkness that you've like battled and accomplished, and love that light side of you that still remains, because you guys are just such beautiful people like that. So you've been through a lot, Sagittarius, a lot of light, a lot of dark, and it's time to allow love into your life to kind of nourish both of those sides. Love can be very powerful. Love can be very painful sometimes, you know. So it's about taking both aspects of the spectrum and learning about that on a subconscious emotional level is what I see in these cards for you. So this lunar eclipse has everything to do with your heart, Sagittarius, holding your heart, offering your heart. And I know some of you might feel that your heart is in bad condition because of certain choices around you and certain choices that you've made possibly. But you have to let that go with this eclipse, Sagittarius, and offer your heart to a place, a person, or put your heart, if this isn't a person for you, then put your heart into the work that you're doing. Put your heart into some sort of passionate project or friendship. It doesn't have to be a relationship if some of you aren't ready for a relationship, and that's where the choices come in. So there is a crossroad. There is a choice, you know. And I think this might have to do with your career, because, or money, because it has the number 10 up there, the 4 plus 6. So interesting. You want to allow love into that department of your career. You want to do something that you love, Sagittarius. But you know, I think that you guys understand this. I think this is going to speak to most of you that it's time to allow the love into your heart. It's time to start working from a place of heart, and it kind of has everything to do with choices about the light and the dark. So keep that in mind about this eclipse for you guys, okay? All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, what can we expect for you for this lunar eclipse? Capricorn, so you're going to be one that I have to choose, aren't you? Okay, let's see here. Here's Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, let's get your dark first so we know how to relate this. Capricorn. Alright, so we have success, of course. Capricorn is very successful people. I know Saturn is in your guys' sign, so success is something that, you know, is really, for the next 3 years, I mean, you guys are already people who are focused on success because you're the mountain goats, you're the sea goat, very grounded earth sign here, all about success. See here, 9. And this might be spiritual success for you, just like Aries. So I don't know if some of you are like dabbling with Aries, but Aries and Capricorn are very successful right now. Or this eclipse is really going to help you reach certain successful heights. But this is coming out with self-care, Capricorn. So, the universe knows that you could be working a little bit too much. Saturn could have came in and really came down hard on some of you guys. So this eclipse is about eclipsing out certain things that are bad for you. Look at this angel here. She is he, I think this is a he. Angels are interesting, not really the gender. But this angel here, this beautiful angel, is like replenishing his or herself with this water, and this is emotional, right? So this is a success emotionally. I know some of y'all might not want to hear that. So for some of you, it is success in your job and in your house and in money. Okay, there's the Capricorn part of it. But this eclipse is about feelings and love and all that ooey gooey stuff that Capricorn doesn't really like to dabble in too much. But you know, it's coming up with your self-care. So you want to take care of yourself. You don't want to just be all, remember I was talking about all work and no play. Interesting that would come up for Capricorn, because in your subconscious may need, you know, there's a party that wants to succeed, but there's a party that's so tired, right? And that's what I'm seeing here, is that the universe is really guiding Capricorn to just take some time out for yourself. This angel is all by his or herself, and he or she is doing exactly what he or she needs to do to regain strength. So I know y'all don't like to admit that you're tired. You know, I don't even, like, my subconscious is telling me right now, like, what are you talking about? Capricorn does not get tired. But I know that you guys can. Everybody gets tired. You're still human at the end of the day. So this could be as simple as drinking water, Capricorn, but I do see this as really deep for you. So this eclipse is really gonna, you know, as I was saying in the beginning, it's gonna eclipse some of that, whatever is not good for your self-care, people, places, things, relationships, certain jobs, whatever. You know, you might be very focused on your success right now in a subconscious way, but there's also this aspect of self-care coming up. Your wealth is in your health, Capricorn. So what good is it going to be that you have all this money or that you have accomplished all these things if you don't have a vessel to experience it with at the end of the day? So it's about taking care of yourself first, Capricorn. And it's interesting. I kind of see that spirit, like it wasn't going to give Capricorn an ooey gooey card, like a love card. It just came up like this. So it's just like, take care of yourself, Cap. It's not about, like, it is about your heart, but it's kind of funny that I've seen spirit do that. This is the Capricorn way to say it, is to be successful in self-care. So I think that most of you guys will get this message. It's really funny what I'm feeling from spirit with this. It's like they had to be rather serious with you, you know, and it's kind of hard, Cap, because we're going to have all this, like, you know, I have a Capricorn rising. So I know that we like to be pretty serious and grounded and stuff like love and feelings and emotions and all that. You know, we don't really slow down for things like that sometimes, but in order to be successful, we really do have to take care of ourselves. And if there are certain toxic situations, you know, you're going to know exactly what I mean. I know deep down, because this is the subconscious success. So in your 12th house, which is Sagittarius, you know, you want to be careful there, because in your subconscious, you know, your subconscious could be very much focused on success, but there's another part of you that just really is trying to tell you, you know, like, look, slow down, buddy. Like, you know, you want to make sure you're taking care of yourself as well. So do what's right for you, Capricorn. This eclipse has a lot to do with that. This eclipse is going to not only bring you a lot of success, you could be receiving some sort of spiritual congratulation. You know, this is very much Saturn energy. But with Saturn being in your sign, you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. That's what the eclipse is saying. So whatever this is metaphorical, this angel drinking from the water. So for some of you, this could be just, you know, taking a day for yourself to just be by yourself, taking some time to see family members, or whatever it is that you guys like doing. Some of you like cleaning, or, you know, I know for some of you it's work for you, but you want to be careful. Make sure you're spending some of that money, some of that, you know, just take care of your own successes, Capricorn. You're the one who got this success, so make sure you're the one that's reaping the benefits from it. A little interesting there, this success and this self-care. I think the main message is that the more care you take for yourself, the more successful you'll be. And that might not be something Capricorn was really aware of, because success is such a cut and dry thing. But Spirit is saying that this moon is going to eclipse some of the bad things out. Some of the things that aren't successful for you, it'll be taken out, so that you're put in a better position to take care of yourself. So a lot of letting go there, Capricorn, hidden in those very serious cards. But, you know, I'm just going to say take care of yourself, because a lot of these changes might come down hard on you, and you're going to want to, you know, accomplish them like a Capricorn would, head first, right? But just take care of yourself, okay? Aquarius, where did you go? Oh, no. I literally just ran you over, Aquarius. Aquarius, oh, no. Well, we have the show appreciation card, but that card just kind of flew out, so it might be for Capricorn, I think. I think Capricorn, well, I'll show you guys. This show appreciation, and that's so interesting, because the last card we had the angel drinking from the water, and now we have this kind of tiger drinking from the water. I'm surprised this didn't come out for Leo. Leos are like the lion and the tigers and the bears, oh my. So you want to make sure you're showing appreciation. I think this is for Capricorn. I'm going to focus my intent for Aquarius. So show appreciation, Capricorn, and make sure that the beasts around you are drinking from water as well and showing appreciation. You know, Capricorn, I just think this is all about spirituality for you. I think that's what that card was trying to say. And, you know, I kind of ran over this with my computer chair. So some of you guys might feel literally like ran over and beat down and bent up. It's so interesting how that happened. It kind of flew out like, hey, don't forget this message for Capricorn. So some of y'all just feel like a tiger, just ready to lash out on somebody because someone wasn't showing appreciation to you. Some of you, I think, feel very misappreciated and ran over, quite frankly. Everything happens for a reason. But there are going to be certain angels, Capricorn, that visit you during this eclipse. And the people who are running you over, people who are tiring you out, they're going to get eclipsed out of your life. Okay, sorry about that. Let's go, Aquarius. I don't know if that applied to you, Aquarius, then, you know, definitely take that message, because both of you are ruled by Saturn. But it just kind of flew out before I could even mention Aquarius. So I just want to say here that this is for Aquarius. And this is your opposite sign, Aquarius, okay? So this is your season. Happy birthday, you know? So this is very important for you as well, because this is happening in your 7th house of relationships. So let's get Aquarius here. I feel you coming, Aquarius. Wow, okay, we have the Archangel Michael for you as well. So, you know, you and Libra are really calling on those Archangel figures. So Aquarius, it's time for you to passionately, oh, I have a lot of cards here for you. It's time for you to passionately cut certain things out of your life. And I'm not sure if you guys, you know, believe in archangels and things like that, but if you're having a rough time, you really just want to call on Archangel Michael to assist you. Now, it's interesting that we have these 3 cards that came out for you. We have the fledgling. So this eclipse is really going to cause certain new beginnings with you. And I see that it's new beginnings with your 7th house of relationships. Look at this High Priestess of Spirit. The High Priestess of Spirit is here to assist you, Aquarius. And we also have choices for you as well, just like Sagittarius. So there may be certain choices that you have to take with you in your career. Light and dark, spiritual light and dark, but there's a new beginning, Aquarius, for you. A new spiritual beginning, certain spiritual relationships and choices that this eclipse is going to bring you towards. It's like you have to make the choice to start this new beginning and to leave certain pain behind you, right? Certain spiritual and emotional pain, especially with other people. This is some new relationship or something coming in for Aquarius. Now, for those of you who are coupled and not looking for a new relationship, this is a new relationship with yourself. Because the fledgling this is the first card here. So this is like the Fool card in tarot. So this is a new beginning. And I mean, I wouldn't expect anything different with you, Aquarius, because this is happening. You're the South Node. And this is, you know, a new beginning because of this eclipse with the 7 up there. So this is going to really affect you spiritually, I'm seeing. And it's going to affect your relationships with others spiritually. You know, this might have everything to do with your birthdays coming up, a new beginning, a new trip around the sun, another year older. But I'm seeing certain spiritual relationships really beginning new. And this is the card that's really interesting to me, this light and dark choices that you have to make. You know, the eclipse has everything to do with light and dark. So I think you're going to have relationship choices, spiritual choices, emotional choices. And these choices are either going to lead you down a new path, or possibly for some of you down an old path. Interesting energies to come out there for you. And no wonder you would have such a powerful Archangel Michael here to assist you, right? Because this Archangel can help you with choices, help you with new beginnings. Archangel Michael is sent to people who are on new spiritual beginnings. And I do have send love here as well, and compassion. So Aquarius is in the need for compassion in certain, well, compassionate new beginnings I'm seeing, in certain spiritual love. So I'm sending you guys spiritual love. And I hope you know that the universe is definitely here for you if you have any hard choices to make. And see, I'm seeing this card completely different than what I've seen for Sagittarius. For you, it's choices directly about the people in your life, the partnerships, the relationships, the friendships. Aquarius, that's your energy. And that's your 7th house is Leo. So this new moon, this eclipse and full moon is happening in the area of your relationships with other people. So you might want to start over with certain people I'm seeing, and this eclipse might really help you make the choice to do that. And it's going to be involved, you know, you have to take the negative with the positive in order to take flight, Aquarius. But nonetheless, I see a new spiritual beginning. And for anything that you need to cut out passionately, Archangel Michael here, you just ask him to borrow that kind of flaming sword there. You know, and definitely make sure you're, you know, I see Aquarius is in desperate need of love, because this is send love. So either you're sending love to a person, or, you know, you're really needing it sent to you, Aquarius. But it's pretty straight here that I see a new beginning spiritually with you. You know, it's interesting. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but there's many faces in this card. There in the background, you see there the shadow of faces. So Aquarius, you're surrounded by a lot of light and dark people in your career, and you know, you're probably handling it in a more spiritual way. You know, this is your season, but a lot of this is literally just, you know, it's overclouded by this new beginning of this fledgling. So this is all about letting go of the old and embracing the new, Aquarius. This eclipse is very much going to affect you personally. It's going to affect this new journey and the choices made on that journey spiritually. So very, very beautiful for you, Aquarius. Interesting. Happy birthday, you guys. And I hope this eclipse is pretty powerfully positive for you. All right, Pisces. We're losing a little bit of light here. Sorry that it's all kind of glary there, but oh, Pisces, you'll understand. So, whoa, all right. So we had a card come out for us. Same card for Aries. So that is pretty significant. Let's get the Pisces card for the dark, please. Looking Pisces. I'm going to pick ours. I'm literally just going to pick it. Wow. Okay. So we have the same card coming out for Leo. And we do have invisible here. Invisible visions, Pisces. Been having any visions, hidden visions. And we have the number 7 and the number 8 coming out. So visions about the people, places, and things in our life. But the card that came out was movement. We have movement and you are understood. So, wow. We have the same card for, this card came out for Aries, remember? So what I'm going to say here is Aries is the first sign and Pisces is the last sign. So, you know, guys, that secretly means that all of us are understood right now. Like, this eclipse is basically coming in to, you know, get us to move in a way. Like, sometimes we stay stuck because we don't feel like we're understood. And I know that's a very thing for Pisces. You know, like, if Pisces don't understand something, they stay still. But this energy is literally saying the opposite of that. This energy is saying that you are understood and it's time for movement. You know, this is spiritual movement, physical movement, mental movement, but the pace is going to pick up for your life, Pisces, and it's going to pick up with this eclipse. This eclipse is eclipsing out any stagnant energy. This horse is not stagnant. It's moving up a mountain. So there are certain things that you are ready for now since you've battled and accomplished certain things in your life. And, you know, just like I told Aries, some of you could be feeling very misunderstood right now, right? But we have this like magical unicorn here saying, hey, Pisces, this eclipse understands you. Leo energy understands you in the universe. You know, so you're understood by the universe. You're understood by divine light. So whatever it is that you want to change, wherever you want to move to, whatever pace is picking up for you, you're definitely understood in your own movement. So let's show these cards here together. And it's interesting that we have these horses, right? We have these two white horses. So when I see a white horse, one of them is a unicorn, but they're very magical, both of them. I hope you can see there how both of those horses, we have two white horses in these pictures. So the movement is pure is what I want to say. And this is movement with the light. So it's time to move towards the light, Pisces, because the light understands us. You know, we are understood in our darkness. We are understood in our light. We're understood in the movement that we're creating. So we no longer have to wait, you know, to be understood in order to move, because we truly are. I know, Pisces, we have not been understood for the last few months, but that energy is being eclipsed out. You know, not only our perception of being understood, but actual people around us actually understand. And I think it's because our birthdays are coming up. You know, there's something about Pisces season and Aquarius season that really is like nobody understands us, Aries through like Libra, right? But then when people start needing our energy, you know, because shit gets weird. So they're like, let me make friends with a Pisces since the universe is in these weird ass times, so that they can help me, you know. And that doesn't make me feel used or anything. It's just the truth, you know. Pisces energy is here to make sense of the unsensible. So a lot of people come to us to make sense for things that, you know, are hidden and things that just confuse us or confuse them. So it's kind of ironic that we make everyone else feel understood, but usually don't wind up feeling understood ourselves. So there is a need here to be understood. That speaks directly to me. I have been feeling that way. And we're being understood, because this is literally, you are understood. I'm just feeling the energy that a lot of Pisces haven't been feeling understood. This card comes up for people who need to hear that message. So we need to hear and see that we are understood by the unicorns. We are understood by the like magical essence of the universe. We might not be understood in this, like, you know, we don't really jive with the physical realm, right? But it's time to move, it says. And this is the 11. 9 plus 2 up there is 11. And 11 is Aquarius. And we are in Aquarius season right now, guys. And if you're a Pisces, this Aquarius energy is happening in your 12th house. So we are understood subconsciously. We are understood emotionally, you guys. You know, sometimes we create hectic situations where we don't feel understood. But maybe we need to move and look at this in a different direction. Move away from dark energy. Move away from self-doubt and self-insecurity. Whatever, guys. I'm just seeing that this eclipse for Pisces, not only is it Aries related and Leo related, so has everything to do with our passion, has everything to do with who we are. So Pisces, if you don't feel understood, make sure you're understanding yourself. If you don't understand you, no one else is going to understand you, you know, and you don't need other people to understand you for you to understand yourself. So it kind of goes hand in hand there. And we may be moving away from certain people, places, and things that don't understand our true calling, right? This moon has everything to do with our, you know, true path, our soul, our hearts, you know. So, yeah, we are understood. Our true path is understood, and our true path may even be moving towards a new direction now. So that is what I have for you, Pisces. So I guess I'll pull another card here just for everyone's energy, just for this eclipse energy. I didn't want to not do that just because the light. Now what in the heck is going on here? I kid you not, this card just popped out again, and it's coming out with invisible. So we have the invisible card, which is the number 7. And we have the movement card coming out again. So it's very, very interesting that we would have this card come out for Leo energy and for everybody's energy. So this eclipse is literally moving lots of things. For all of us, we're going to be moving in different ways. But this card is for everyone. This is the card that came out for Leo. So yeah, guys, that is very, very interesting there. So this has everything to do with just movement. A lot of things that have been dormant. Our bodies, our spirits have literally just been waiting for this movement to take place. I hope you saw that happen. I can't make this stuff up. A lot of us are just going to be like this horse, ready to climb certain mountains again, ready to go the distance. This eclipse is really picking up the pace. Watch and see, guys. This eclipse is really going to bring a lot of movement to our world. So let's see. Let's get a card here for the eclipse in general. Let's get a card for everyone. Whoa. Wow, this is literally so weird. Okay, guys, so we pretty much have the same cards that came out for Leo come out for everybody. Because remember, Leo had divine, well, they had two cards. They had look through, I think they had allow love or self-love or something like that, come out with divine timing. But we have the divine timing card that came out. These are two cards that came out for Leo. So just know that whatever Leo's going through, we are definitely going through at a certain level as well. It makes complete sense, because there are this eclipse happening. The Leo North Node is very powerful right now. Has everything to do with divine timing. So I think that we've literally been experiencing certain stagnancy. A lot of us have felt stuck, like we can't move. But I'm telling you guys, this energy is going to eclipse out. So we will be able to move finally, because I see this card is not a waiting card. I feel that it means that the waiting is over. So it's in the divine timing of the universe to move now. Literally, the moon is in Leo as we speak, so divine timing is moving, right? The divine timing of the universe is moving. And we have also share our wisdom. So I think a lot of us are going to really, we're going to be learning a lot more from this, like about ourselves, about the people around us, about the universe, about our path, about our heart. I think this Leo moon is really going to, it's going to make us a lot more wiser than what we were. A lot of information coming to us that hasn't came for a while. These books here you see in this lady's hand. So it's like angelic knowledge, right? Divine knowledge from the universe coming down from this Leo North Node. So it is divine timing to share our wisdom. And it's divine timing. A lot of us could have been waiting for this moment to kind of learn from the universe, right? This eclipse is going to be very much like a book that our soul reads. And after we read this book, we're going to understand divine timing and patience more. The things that we've waited for, they're going to be moving. They're going to come to us maybe all at once. And guys, that can be kind of overwhelming. So you really want to get ready for these energies. I mean, I hope you saw that happen. Literally, the same cards that came out for Leo came out for everyone. So I think that is a pretty cool way of saying that this eclipse, this Leo energy, is very much impacting our lives right now. And I really hope that this video was helpful. I try my best to, explain these astrological events, because I do believe that they're important for our lives. And it could even be symbolic that I'm sitting here in the dark now. When I recorded at first, it was very bright and very light. So this is about, and I've done my best. Usually when I do my other videos, when it gets dark like this, like I literally go turn on my light. But there's a certain reason why I didn't do that this time. And, I think it's saying that you have to be okay with sitting in your own darkness, If you don't sit in your own darkness, you wind up creating excuses for it. You wind up ignoring it. The dark needs attention just as the light does. And, I feel very powerful about this because Leo is ruled by the sun. And Leo is lending a little bit of its light away to take place in the moon's energy. Leo is not, 6 o'clock. Leo is not, super used to darkness because they're children. I'm not saying that Leo doesn't have darkness. Everybody has darkness, but it's kind of a metaphor here, you guys, that Leo energy is literally going to, show us a new form of what's hidden beneath, with these moons and these eclipses. So, sit with those parts of you. And what I mean by sit with your darkness is just meditate and reflect on what it is that needs to change about you, what it is about your life that is negative and toxic. There's nothing wrong. If there's anything that I've learned about this spiritual journey, is that the light and the dark are very, very much friends. And they're very, very much opposites in the universe for a reason. So we have these eclipses to help show us that in a spiritual way. So more or less what we're going to be experiencing is the light and the dark merging once again, like it happened in August. So when these things happen in our universe, guys, they happen within our soul too, and it happens within our subconscious and within our feelings and emotions. So I think we're all going to experience this a bit differently, but I would definitely embrace change because it's definitely a time for that, guys. So I think that's all I have for you though. And other than that, you know, have a great eclipse. I'm going to try to get up early enough to see it. I really like all this cool kind of stuff. I really like astrology. So, you know, I'm not sure if all of you guys are going to be watching, but it will affect you in its own ways. And of course, if you have any other questions, I'm always here. All right, guys, have a great night.